Hi everyone, Harrison here from LED Torch Shop, here with a new Lumintop. It is called the GT Nano Pro. Now this is a maximum of 1620 lumens out of this little bad boy, running on a 10440 battery, which is a lithium version of a AAA. But before I get into the torch, I'll show you we get in the pack and then we can dive straight into the light.
Da-da-da-da.
First of all, obviously with the GT Nano Pro, you get it in a nice little tidy package like this. Comes supplied with a 10440 lithium battery, so you will need to buy a charger for this, but as you can see, it will not run on a regular AAA battery. It is just too high powered. Really nice light. Similar to the GT Nano, the Pro version is a very similar profile at the top. It does have some nice cooling fins. Button is exactly the same. Head size is pretty much the same. This one's just a little longer in the body. Comes in some nice packaging as well from Lumintop. Just get that nice and close for you. And then you get the all-important lanyard. Get a couple sort of O-rings and a nice little keyring. And you get a nice decent keyring hole as well. You also get your Lumintop GT Nano user manual with all your outputs and run times and sort of everything else like that. So definitely worth a read, get to know your light, always get to know your light before you use it, and you'll probably have no dramas with it down the track. So you can get this light in sort of three versions. You can get it with a Cree XPL HI chip in it, or a Nichia 219 CT LED, or like this version we've got here in the luminous SST20 LED in it. So all three have three emitters, so you can get it sort of in three different versions. We've opted for the luminous, and it does a really nice job at sort of that neutral white feel about it. And yeah, like I said, 1620 lumens, over 165 meters through. So yeah, it is IPX8 rated as well. So really is durable. You're going to be able to put that on your key rings and have no dramas with it at all if you want to carry around something like this on your key rings. It really does a great job for such a tiny light. I mean, Lumintop are making some incredibly small lights, like the Frog, like the sort of GT Nano here. They've also got a new one out called a PK27, which is another just incredibly small light that really packs a punch. And yeah, this one's sort of no option. TIR lens in there. So I'm a big fan of the TIR lens, especially in tiny little lights. I mean, you see them in the keyring lights and they're there for a reason. They maximize that distance. They don't have to put a big reflector in there to get a really nice maximum distance. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the TIR lens. Like I said, 10440 battery, lithium battery, cannot run on anything else. So yeah, you gotta make sure you get that lithium battery. Ours come included with it. So you got hard anodized. It's coming in about 30 grams without the battery. So crazy light torch. And yeah, it's just a really nice sort of pocket torch, EDC torch, or if you want to chuck it on your keyring, if you're carrying sort of a bigger light, that one's definitely one to keep on your keyrings because it's just going to outshine pretty much a lot of people's other torches. But getting into outputs and run times though, obviously that max turbo mode is that 1620 lumens. Now I did have this on sort of a smooth ramp, so it was kind of hard to get exact outputs and run times when you've got it on a smooth ramp. So I had it on turbo, sort of drop down to like a high mode, and then you sort of drop down to a medium mode, and then you can go to a low, and then you got sort of a moonlight mode or really ultra low. So there's just so many modes, like a lot of this Lumintop sort of stuff that you can sort of set it in. This one has actually got 8 modes. So I mean, just an incredible amount of customization for such a little light. If you're really into that sort of tech feel and like to set up your lights in a really customizable fashion, Lumintop are definitely the brand to sort of look out for in that respect. But if you're like me and sort of like that really easy to use, they do offer a really good version of this as well. I mean, that smooth ramping is fine. I found it easy to use and an on-off button as well. So yeah, it sort of does have the best of both worlds for really gearheads and people that want a really nice simple light to use. This one sort of ticks the box for a lot of those as well. It is quite small. I mean, I've got pretty big hands, but it is really small, so you just want to make sure that it's not going to be too small for you using that button. And obviously having a small battery capacity there and no option to sort of make it bigger, that's something to keep in mind too. So it's definitely not an everyday sort of light up for hours and walk around with torch, but it's definitely great to have in your pocket or on your keys or just around because it's packed full of power And yeah, it's just a really fun light to use. So that is the GT Nano Pro. Definitely worth a look at. We've dropped a link below to the GT Nano Pro and all the Lumintop, so you can go check all their torches out. They got some cool LEPs and really cool other tiny lights. So yeah, definitely worth a look at the whole Lumintop range, and I'm excited to sort of see what they come out with in the future. But thanks for watching this one on the Lumintop GT Nano Pro. We've got new content coming out all the time, so make sure you hit that bell notification, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. And thanks for watching this one. I'll catch you on the next one.